On Wednesday last, I sat with Donally Blackman, Marketing Officer of Hubbards, to discuss all that's new with the giant of a local conglomerate for the Christmas season. The following is the first part of a two-part discussion we had. We are here at Jonas Brown and Hubbard again with Donally Blackman, who is the Marketing Officer for this August company. This company that Grenadians ought to be proud of, having its genesis, of course, in 72 as a totally independently, locally owned company that has morphed into part regional, and based on the common market situation or that syndrome, we could still call it a local company because Definitely. Caribbean is local. Mr. Blackman, I want to welcome you to this program once again, and I'm really pleased with you.
Thank you very much.
Yes, you seem to be making a lot of waves. You're doing a lot of work. You're the face of a lot of energy, positive energy, coming from Jonas Brown and Hubbard. It has always been a sleeping giant. One would have thought that it would remain sleeping in the COVID period. But there's something that you told me the first time we had any encounter. This is not the time for profits. This is the time to maintain your customers, to keep them alive, and at the same time keep the business going. But it's so interesting that even though this is the time for that, you saw it as an opportunity to lift the profile of this August institution. How has that been feeling for you, man? Because you must be getting good feedback.
Well, so far, a lot of our customers, they're really excited and they're pleased by the work that we're doing. I mean, from the promotions that we've been doing, from the discounts we've been offering, from the consultations we had with contractors back in COVID period when the lockdown was on, right up to the lockdown, from the relaunch of the updated web store, which is offering a lot more than what we previously was. So now you can check recipes and all of the good stuff. We have customers from overseas, that is in the diaspora, that is participating now even more. And I even had also to note with the web store we implemented WhatsApp, where persons can WhatsApp their orders even with our building supplies and lumber department and so on. I was in interaction with a customer in New York, just to note, and that was yesterday. And she said, well, I want to do some renovations on my property, and I love my house. My property was built by materials from Hubbards, and that was years ago. Now I want to do renovations. Why am I going anywhere else? And I want to find a way in which I can get my items, though I'm in the US, just place my order and have someone come in to make the purchase, and we do free delivery, of course. So she was able to reach out to me via our Facebook page. I was able to give her the WhatsApp number. She was able to get her estimates and all of the good stuff and get the ball rolling. And you see the way in which business is being done now it's so shifted, and with COVID, what it did is it allowed us to be more focused on technology and just magnifying the use of it so that we can provide maximum reach and great customer service around all spheres. So I love the fact that we're no longer limited, but we can now reach even people as far as the US. That's the power of technology.
That's right. And the diaspora, in case a lot of people don't understand, they're very important because they're very connected.
Definitely.
They're very connected to their people here. In fact, some of them run homes here virtually.
Yes.
Because they are financing this, financing that.
Yes.
And obviously they would like to know that they could make the purchase themselves directly now, as against, waiting to see if the people actually, followed through on what they asked for and that sort of thing. So it's good. But I'm glad you mentioned that, because you saw me writing here while you were talking. And actually a thought hit me here that there are many people who feel your web store requires a debit card, a credit card. Come on, lick that down for me, because we need them to understand that you're catering to people who can order and come and pick up and pay cash just by saying, once they know it's $264, they can come with 264, or they can tell you I'm coming with 270. So make sure you have $6 change for me. So it's a kind of you hand me goods and change, and I hand you your money, and I'm gone. So please let them know, please.
You know, I have a lot of experience, stories to share on everything. During the COVID period, you know, we had limited time to shop. We had all of the restrictions out and everything. And there were long lines at the supermarket. And I remember a friend of mine, she messaged, she said, listen, you guys have these things at the supermarket? I said, of course, you know, we have that. So I said, okay, are you going to go down there and get it because you know we're locking up, we're closing at this particular time? She said, I already placed my order. I said, well, how are you going to get it? She said, listen, I placed the order online. Then I'm going to the supermarket and pick it up. So she said, so I can relax. Everyone else is in the line. I don't need to join a line. I just go, pick up, and move. I said, but wait, why is it that much people isn't taking advantage of that? Because that feature, it allows you to put in your order online, avoid the crowd, avoid standing in a long line. Just go to the supermarket, you pick up your items, you pay, and you move. That's how simple it is. We even had options where persons were able to purchase online, and we would deliver it to them, and they would pay upon delivery.
That is also important.
It is. Yeah. So if you don't have a debit card, a credit card, or you like to keep your information private for whatever personal reason, that's fine. You can still utilize the service, and you can pay upon pickup or delivery. We do offer curbside pickup or free delivery, so you can choose whichever.
You say
option.
free delivery there too quick. You pass it too quick. Come on, talk to me about that.
If I was to mention more, then I would have to quote the terms and conditions. So with the free delivery, you must spend $100 or more.
Very
or
good.
Be within.
You have to qualify, of course.
Yes. And you must be within a 3-mile radius of the Food Fair Grand and supermarket. So that is where you can take advantage of the free delivery that we offer for the Food Fair supermarket.
That is that's interesting. The other thing is relative to your free delivery. It's so interesting. Your vehicle, the engine is hot.
Yes.
It can be seen everywhere. I did and I had an intervention with some of your team compliments recently, and they were echoing that sentiment. A lot of people think it's plenty vehicles you have, you know. No, serious, because they see it so often.
Yeah, yes.
And it therefore means that aspect of your offering has incentivized people to want to do business with you now.
Yes.
Because they can be guaranteed timely, free delivery.
Definitely.
Of course, once they qualify, because it has to be at a certain money amount, you know. Yes. So that's very, very good. Now, you talked about the relaunch of the updated website. Why you use the word relaunch?
Well, we had the first website, and it was great, right? We were offering a lot of things, but with the modified site now, I believe we wanted to put it out there, let persons know that the site has changed, and it is more convenient, and the response is even quicker. We're offering way more. I mean, if I believe, right, because it is a platform, it is actually a store online, and if we are to improve our service in store, physical store, then I believe the same should be reflected upon all platform, wherever our presence is. The same measure of service, the quality of service needs to be upgraded as well. So in other words, to position the store or to reposition the store in such a way, we went ahead and we relaunched it. Yeah, we had there was a great live presentation as well too. That it was a Sunday, the first. I think it was the first Sunday in November. We had that launch at the Food Fair Grand Dance. At the same time, we launched the Shop and Win Christmas promotion. We decided to launch it early, opposed to waiting the 15th of November in other years. The reason for that, we understand that these are difficult times. and that we understand also that hope may be a bit bleak due to the economic downturn, with COVID and the effects of COVID. So we decided to bring in the Christmas a bit early, if I might say, and to bring in that spirit of hope and allow persons to begin to shift their mind from the worry and from the stress,
and the uncertainty.
Exactly. So that is the reason why we decided to go ahead and launch the promotion early, and in the same time we relaunched the new website.
Very good, and that's important because Hubbards, being the giant that it is, the giant of a retail outlet, because you are the largest conglomerate on the island. This reminds me of Walmart versus Amazon. Walmart it is said that if Walmart were a country, it would be China's 10th largest trading partner.
Wow.
That's a fact,
Yes, yes, it is.
However, having said that, you do not let a man that started in his garage, in his house, come and just, make the fool of you. So they have the wherewithal, the funds, the resources, everything to be able to launch a proper web store. And they have. And in 2018, they made more money in the web store than they made in store. And they made a lot of money in store. Good. So I'm really glad. In other words, you were on the right track. You're on the right track. Because our population is already small.
It is.
There are people who, there's the 80-20 Pareto ratio applies to just about everything in life. There would be 20% of people that just couldn't be bothered when they peep and they see your car parked looking jammed and they go somewhere else. But if they have no alternative, you jam them home. You see? Because look at the example you used earlier of this person who said, no, I don't have to go in line and be fussing up myself. I could relax because I have an appointed time to go to collect, pay my money and go. And watch everybody in the line and leave them there. So it becomes a convenient intervention. Good? Now, so I'm really, really happy to hear that. And I think we need to underscore it so people could really understand, because the banks have tried to make it easier for people. And people still want to line up to go inside. The ATM is there. And there's a lot of things you can do on the ATM. Apart from that, the online platform.
Exactly.
You can do a lot there without having to go in. But you see, we are still, we're still mono. We're not into the digital period yet. Now, you've had past winners. And, you seem to have a lot of experience with, people and how they felt and feedback, without necessarily naming or zoning to who these people are. But it would be nice for you to tell us some of those experiences.
Right.
Yes.
Well, the second draw that we had, at the supermarkets, because each week, every Friday, with the Shop and Win promotion, every Friday we have a draw. We are over in the Carnage, and I would move down to Grand Dance. So we have
same day. So you do both. Fantastic.
That's correct. The prizes, we try to move it around or to increase it every Friday as we lead up to Christmas. So we're going to climax on the 23rd of December. And the second draw, we had quite a bit of excitement. What I did is that I included the spin the wheel promotion as well as part of the promotion, where you can purchase an item from the supporting brand and get a chance to spin the wheel, right? And we had persons actually running to the freezer to get some items just so that they can be qualified just to spin the wheel. And we had some lovely fruit basket that we made and some wines and so on. And people were actually lining up to spin the wheel. We opposed to that, we still had our vouchers. So we had our $500 food voucher, $300 voucher, and a $200 voucher. These are standard. We give it out weekly, every Friday. But to really add some more excitement and to give back more, we decided to include day passes. I mean, we understood, we analyzed our customers, and we know that many, though they're winning stuff and they have food, but many, there's a lot of strain on them mentally, you know, they're frustrated, all of that. We said, you know what, let's include something like that, so at least they can get some time to relax. So we have the passes included. We also have breakfast for 2, lunch for 2, dinner for 2. We also have hams and turkeys and so on that we'll be giving away as well. And as the time progresses, as we climax onto the 23rd, yeah, the stakes, it will be increased, of course.
Here is where we come to the end of part 1 of a 2-part discussion with Donally Blackman, Marketing Officer of Hubbards, as he brings us up to speed with promotional developments at this local giant with a conscience. Stay tuned for part 2 of this discussion.